Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to your maths lesson on Thursday, the 21st of January. We are still carrying on with multiplication, but we have finished the 11 times table for now, and we are going on to the 12 times table. So today our WALT is to build the 12 times table and count in steps of 12 from 0. Okay, let's get started then. So the 12 times table, below are lots of different pictures or representations of 12. Can you please tell me more? Tell me what you can see. Okay, hopefully at home you can see on the top left here, we've got those dominoes and you can see a full 10 in purple and then 2 orange, making up our 12. And hopefully you can then see that's 3 groups of 12. Or 12 groups of 3. You could swap that round. Now don't worry about the answers for now because we haven't built our 12 times table yet. Having a look over here on the right hand side, we've got a baker's dozen. We've got 4 rows of 3 baked pieces of bread, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them, which is showing 12 times 11, and you could also show 11 times 12. Okay, down here we've got eggs. Each carton of eggs has 12 eggs inside, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cartons of eggs. So we've got 8 times 12, or 12 times 8. And finally, at the bottom over here at the side, we've got our tens frames or some counters within tens. So we've got a group of tens and a group of 2, obviously then with 8 spaces clear. So that's one group of 12, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So hopefully you can show 6 times 12. Ooh. Or 12 times 6, and apologies for writing over that writing there. Okay, if you know the answers to those, brilliant. You can pause the video here and add them on. You could also show me the division facts if you know the answer, but don't worry if you don't at this stage. Because the next part of our lesson is we're going to be building that 12 times table. Okay. Building the 12s. Now the 12s, lots of us find the trickiest times table. They're the biggest number. They haven't got a nice pattern like we noticed when we did the 11s, but how can we build it? How can we work it out? Okay, so I'm going to start in my red colour just for now, and I'm starting with one group of 12. One lot of 12 I know is 12, so I can pop that one down here on the number line. Then I'm going to be using just down here the if I know, then I know because strategy. So if I know 1 times 12, then I know 2 times 12. And I know that because I'm going to be doubling my answer. And again, this is where lots of you laugh at me because it is tricky to write. So what I need to do is double 12. So I'm going to double 2, which is 4, and double 10, or the 1s, which gives me 20. So I can write 24 down on my 2 times 12. Okay, so if I know 2 times 12, then I know 4 times 12. And it's the exact same reason. It is because I am doubling, so still doubling up here. So I'm going to double 4, which gives me 8. And I'm going to double 2, or the 20, which will give me 4, or 40. So I can now pop 48 onto my 4 times 12, onto my number line. Finally, then, still in my same colour, if I know 4 times 12, then I know 8 times 12, because I'm doubling. So slightly trickier on this number, but I need to still double 8 first of all. So I'm always starting in the ones column. So double 8 is 16. So I'm going to carry my 1, and then I double 4, which is 8, and add that 1 or that 10s back on. So it will be 9. So I'm going to pop 96 over here on my 8. Okay, I need a new colour. So I'm going to go to a green. which is the next easiest table to work out. And hopefully lots of you are saying at your computer screens 10. 10 times 12 is the next easiest to work out. And we know how to multiply by 10 because we move them all one space over in our place value, and then we add that space to save a 0. So 1 times 12 is 100, and 20. So I can pop 120 on my number line here. Then what can I work out if I know that table? Good, hopefully you're telling me if I know 10 times 12, then I know 5 times 12. And hopefully you're knowing the reason is that because I am going to be halving. And again, I'm just going to try and write that on here because I'm halving. So I need to half 120. And I know that if I half those, half that number, I get 60 because 60 add 60 is 120. So I can pop 60 here on my 5 times. Okay, I'm going to go to another colour now. What else do I know? Trying to work out this 3 next of all. Okay, so if I know, oh, and my computer's just having a funny 5 minutes. So hopefully you're going to be saying that if I know 1 times 12 and I know 2 times 12, I can add those together. So 1 times 12 was 12, 2 times 12 was 24, and I can add these numbers up to give me 3 times 12. And I'm just going to put a little line under here and pop my add sign, and I can even write the word add just over here because there's not space the other side. Oh, that's a very bad add. So 2 add 4 is 6, and 1 add 2 is 3. And again, that's quite small there, and I apologise for that writing, but I can add those together to get my 36. Okay, I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, give me a bit more space down here. So if I know 3 times 12 was 36, then I know, and hopefully you're telling me I will know 6 times 12 because I can double that answer. So it's again just seeing these patterns here. D-O-U-B-L-E, excellent. Okay, so again, 6 times 2 or 6 add 6, 6 doubled is 12. So I'm going to put my 2 and carry my 1. And then 3 add 3 is 6, add 1 more is 7. So I can put my 72 on here. Good. Okay, if I know 6 times 12, then I know, and hopefully you're telling me that you're going to know 12 times 12, because again, we are using that doubling technique. So double 2 is 4, and double 7 is 14. So I'd have my 4, carry my 1 if I needed to. I've got nothing else to double, so it comes into my hundreds column. So 144. Excellent. Okay, I can go on and do my 0. 0 times any number we know is 0. 0, lots of, I don't have to do anything to it, I just know that. Okay, my final pesky numbers, as I like to call them, I need to work out 7, 9, and 11. And I'm going to be doing these by either adding 1 from the previous or subtracting it. So I think it's easier to add. So if I know 6 times 12 was 72, I know 7 times 12 because I'm going to add 1 group of 12 on. So I'll pop my little 12 up here. 2 add 2 is 4. 1 add 7 is 8. And I can pop that add sign in there and explain that I know that because I have added that one on. So I can pop 84 on here. If I know 8 times 12 was 96, I know 9 times 12, and I'm going to be able to add that on. So pop another little 12 up here. 2 add 6 is my 8. 1 add 9 is 10. So 108. And finally, oh, again, I can write the word add there. Just making sure I'm explaining how I know each time. And the last one, if I know 10 times 12 was 120, I'm going to know 11 times 12, either because you remembered it from when we did our 11 times table yesterday, or we can add on another group of 12. So 2 add 0, 1 add 2, and 1 add nothing gives me my 132. Okay, I'm going to pause it there, let you have a look at that, just remembering how we worked them out and the order. Hopefully you're getting really good at that order by now, and you're being able to see those patterns and use that stem, if I know, then I know because. Okay, how can we work out the missing boxes here then? So again, just like we did the last time when we were building our 11s, I've now put that number line out, but I have added a few missing boxes. First question is, can you work out what number goes in each missing box, and then can you work out which colour it should be in? So I'm going to give you a chance to pause here and have a go at this one by yourself now, and I'll come back and do the answers with you in just a second. Okay, well done for having a go. Let's see if you've got the same as me. So I'm going to go into my black colour first of all, because I've noticed that the number 2 is missing, and I know that's going to be in black on this colour one, even though I used red on the previous page, it's black here. So black 1 times 12 is 12. If I know 1 times 12, then I know 2 times 12 because I'm going to double. So double 2 gives me 4, and double 1, or double that 10, gives me that 20, and that's in that black colour. So I've got my black 1, 2, 4, and 8. So I don't need any more black colours. Okay, I need to pick a new colour, because after I've done the 1, 2, 4, and 8, I go to my 10. And I can immediately know that 10 times 12 is 120. That one's easy to add in. But I've picked another colour, and it could have been any colour that isn't used, because there is another one that matches with 10. And hopefully you're telling me that that's the number 5, because we're going to halve it. So if I halve 120, I get 60. Okay, I've got the 6 and the 9 left. So hopefully you know that the 9 by now is a pesky number, but the 6 isn't. How do we work out 6s? Okay, hopefully we picked the purple colour, because if I know 3 times 6 over here is 36, I can double it. So double 6 is 12, and I carry that 1. Double the 3 is 6, add the 1 gives me 7, and that's my 3, 6, and 12 in my purple colour. Okay, my pesky ones, I need to bring back out my orange. My pesky number 9 from here, and again we can add one lot of 12 on from this, from 8, or we can take away or subtract 12 from the 10 times, whichever you find easiest. So I'm going to do my adding. 6 add 2 is 8, and 9 add 1 from my 12 up here gives me 108. So it gave me that 10. Brilliant. Okay, Emmett thinks he is counting in steps of 12 here. 6, 18, 30, 42, 54, 68, and 80. Explain what he has done. So again, if you want to pause the video here, have a look at what he's done, and we'll go through it in just a second. Okay, hopefully you've worked out that Emmett is not wrong today. He is counting in steps of 12. However, it's not this 12 times table that we're used to seeing. And that is because Emmett has started on 6. This isn't in the 12 times table, but he has added on 12 here. He has then added on 12 here. and he has added on 12 here, and so on. So he's gone up counting in steps of 12, but he hasn't started at 0. Okay, your challenges for today then. Your do it today is to build the 12 times table by counting in those steps of 12. If you could use those 4 or 5 different colors and build it in the order of 1, 2, 4, 8, and then 10, 5, and then the 3, 6, 12, and go up like that, that would be brilliant. Your go deep is then a Colin problem. Colin thinks he is counting on in steps of 12. Explain why he is incorrect. And finally, your go deeper is always, sometimes, or never true today. Do you think multiples of 12 are even numbers? Is that always true, sometimes true, or never true? And can you explain why? Good luck with those for today. I can't wait to see your work later, but if you pause the video here now, just come back for the learning pit at the end. Off you go. Brilliant, well done. Hopefully you found that okay today. Hopefully you used your Build It to help you. Where do you feel you are on the learning pit today? Did you find that quite simple? Are you really getting the hang of building your times tables in that way? Or are you still thinking it's easier just to count up 12 each time? Can you please pop yourself on the learning pit where you think you are, and then pop that on your work, and I look forward to seeing it if it's maths that you choose to send to me or Mrs. Cross or Mrs. Plews today. Well done again, and I will see you tomorrow for some more maths. Bye for now.